Hey guys, Justin here with Dave, and we are battling the elements right now on a mini video game hunting road trip. We got a couple Craigslist deals lined up for the day. The first one is going down in the Taco Bell parking lot, and then the second one is about an hour drive for us, but assuming everything goes through okay, it's definitely going to be worth it, so stay tuned to see what we got. Alright, so just about the funniest possible thing happened at the Craigslist deal we were just at. So Dave and I are sitting in his car in the Taco Bell parking lot, and some sketchy ass van pulls up next to us and kind of waves to us and waves me over. So naturally, I'm assuming this is the lady I'm meeting for this Craigslist deal. So I get out in the rain and I walk over there, and wouldn't you know, it's not the lady I'm meeting for the Craigslist deal. It was some cracked out woman and her son, I'm assuming, who were going there for a drug deal and thought that I was the drug dealer. So, you know, you can imagine there was a moment of confusion, and I'm assuming she thought that we were there for a drug deal too, because she started explaining to me, she's like, yeah, the best spot for deals is the Taco Bell parking lot, because then you can just, you know, drive to the drive-thru right afterwards. And so that was a mess, but very, very hilarious. Can't say I've ever had that happen. So I got back to Dave's car. We laughed about it for a little bit, and then the lady that I was supposed to be meeting showed up, and I'll show you guys what I got. It's actually really cool. It's in a DS case here, but it's not a DS. We got a charger here, but I actually got a Game Boy Micro, which is very, very cool. I've seen these before, but I've never owned one. You guys know I'm not the biggest handheld guy, but this is really cool. I had no idea these things were so small. I mean, look at, like, that's in the palm of my hand right there. This thing is tiny, but like I said, very, very cool. I got a great deal on it. I think on eBay these go, you know, $60 to $75 is what I've seen, and I got this for 20 bucks. So I'm very excited to have this, and we are on our way to our next Craigslist deal right now, but there's actually a Goodwill right up the street, so we're going to stop there, and I will let you guys know if we find anything. Alright, so we did have some luck at the Goodwill. We found a complete N64 system, actually, and so we got the system there. No expansion pack, unfortunately, but it did come with two first-party controllers, the Atomic Purple and the gray one, both with really tight joysticks, pretty much new, and then both of the adapters were in there as well. And that whole bundle was only $12.99, so not an amazing deal by any means, but you know, we're not going to leave it sitting there for $12.99. And we were actually shocked that we found this, because you know, we live in a college town, and over the last couple days, all the students have come back for a class that starts on Monday. So the Goodwill is just swarming with college kids right now, and I thought one of them would have snatched this up right away, but I guess it must have just got put out, and we got to it first, so that was cool. And then after that, we stopped at the GameStop, actually, and you know, we rarely shop at GameStop, but I had a couple loose disc Xbox 360 games. I think I had Driver, San Francisco, and Connect Joyride, just the discs, and they were going to give me $16 trading credit for them, so I was like, hell yeah. That's basically double what I could have got cash for them on eBay or something. So I took that, and I bought some DS games. I got Guitar Hero on Tour Decades. And I just wanted this one because I have the first Guitar Hero for the DS, and I think they're pretty bad on the DS actually, but you know, just because I had the first one, I wanted this one. It was $4.99, and I didn't even realize that until I got up to the counter that it actually came with the Guitar Hero controller for it here, the adapter. And the guy said I could have $1 off if I didn't want the adapter, but I figured for $1, I might as well just throw it in. I'm assuming these are just as worthless as the like the PS2 Guitar Hero controllers or something, but it was cool that they came with that. And then finally I picked up a copy of Golden Sun Dark Dawn, and this was $12.99. And to be honest, I pretty much just bought this with the intention of, you know, putting it on eBay and getting 10 bucks for it, you know, just converting my trade-in credit to cash, I guess. But looking at it now, I might actually hold on to this. I mean, it looks like a pretty legit game, kind of like an RPG. So I'm assuming it should hold its value pretty well. Like I said, $12.99. I don't really see this game ever going under $10. I could be wrong, I don't know, but I might hang on to this. So the total after my trade-in was like, you know, $3 and some change. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And we are on our way up to our big Craigslist deal right now. Like I said, it's about an hour drive, but it should definitely be worth it. So stick around to see what we get. Alright, so when we got back from our little road trip, I had a package waiting for me from another YouTuber by the name of Mr. Dude 206. And we didn't actually do a trade or anything, but back when I got that complete in box Hagane, he had sent me a message and told me he'd be willing to trade me a couple CDs for it, which was, you know, it was obviously a joke. He was kidding, but I just kind of rolled with it, and he actually took it one step farther and sent me one of the CDs anyway. So we got Nickelback here, Silver Side Up, which I believe is one of their earlier albums, judging by the songs on it. And I do actually enjoy old school Nickelback. You know, I can't really say the same about their newer stuff, but I'll let you guys enjoy some old school Nickelback right now, courtesy of Mr. Dude 206. So I want to thank him for sending me the CD, and if anyone watching has not already checked out his channel, definitely go and do so. I'll put the link to his channel down in the description. He's got great videos. You know, he does video game pickups very similar to ours with Goodwill and Craigslist and all that good stuff. So definitely go and check him out, and thank you one more time for the CD. Anyway, I'm going to move on now to the rest of the stuff that we got on our little road trip. I already showed you guys the Game Boy Micro that I picked up in the Taco Bell parking lot in the midst of that drug deal. And then the N64 that we got from Goodwill, and a couple of DS games I snagged from GameStop. But after that, we took a drive up the road about an hour actually to our second and final Craigslist deal of the day that came about as a result of the ad that we have posted on Craigslist. And a lady had sent me an email and told me that she had a big mix-up of games and systems and stuff, and she originally wanted $175 for everything, which is obviously a lot of money, but you know, she had 6 systems and like 60 or so games, so honestly like $175 was kind of like at the high end of what I was actually willing to pay for everything. But I had to factor in gas money and stuff for a 2-hour round trip, so I offered her $100, and she said that, you know, for $100 she'd have to think about it. And you know, I can take a hint. Obviously, you know, she didn't want to sell it for $100, so I said, all right, $125 and I'll come pick it up. And she agreed to that. So we took Dave's car. I gave him like 20 bucks for gas, and I'll show you guys what we got for $125. We got some NES systems here. Actually, 3 NES systems here, and they're all in okay condition. They're pretty dirty, but they should clean up okay. A couple of these have, you know, some damage to some of the corners and stuff, but it's not too bad. And she said that they all worked. She said one of them worked better than the other 2. I'll have to figure out which one that is, but I'm sure I can get them all to work anyway. And they weren't all like complete systems. I got the box of controllers and adapters and stuff here. We got 2 AC adapters for them. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 controllers in here, 5 first-party controllers. We got a zapper gun here, a gray one, and then just 1 like performance third-party RF switch here. But you know, I've got extra adapters and some extra controllers and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. Essentially, you know, 3 complete systems. We also got a Super Nintendo here. And this is also just in okay condition. It's got a chip in one of the front corners there, but it's still got the plastic piece in the AC port, and it's not like yellowed too bad or anything. It should clean up alright. This system was not complete though. I didn't get an AC adapter for it, but again, I have extra AC adapters. I did get a first-party AV cord for it though, and then 1 first-party controller here. We also got an N64 system here, just a black one, and unfortunately no expansion pack. But this system was actually complete. Got the Tom Purple controller here with a essentially brand new joystick. I don't even think this controller was ever used. And then we got 2 gray controllers here, both with oh, this joystick's okay. This one is, you know, well used anyway, but it feels like it should still work alright. And then both of the first-party adapters for it here. And then the last system we got was a Model 2 Sega Genesis. And this one is pretty dirty. You know, the power button's really sticky, and I'm definitely going to have to clean this one up. And that system was not complete. It just had the, it didn't have a controller. It had both the adapters though. So we got the first party AC adapter and then the RF switch here for it. And then just completely random was a Pelican PS1 controller. I didn't get any other PS1 stuff in this deal, so I don't know where that came from. But anyway, those are the 6 systems we got there. And like I said, we got like 60 or so games as well. Most of them, though, I think like 45 of them are for the NES. So I'm going to go ahead and show the N64 and Super Nintendo games we got first. For N64, we got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, which is the black cartridge, which is kind of ironic because I believe I got this game in a trade with Mr. Dude 206 just a couple months back, so that was kind of ironic. We got that one. We got Off-Road Challenge. The best one that was in here is 007 GoldenEye, and then we got Wave Race 64, which is a non-player's choice copy, so I think Dave's going to hold on to this one, probably switch it out for his player's choice copy of the game. And that was all the N64 games we got, so, you know, I was kind of hoping for like a Mario Kart or a Mario 64 or maybe even a Mario Party, but, you know, at least we got the GoldenEye anyway. We also just got a small stack of Super Nintendo games as well, but some pretty quality titles in here. The first one here is Mega Man X, which I was very excited to see. You know, the Mega Man games have just been skyrocketing in value lately. I don't really know what it is, and I do own Mega Man X, X2, X3, and 7 for the Super Nintendo already. All cartridge only, unfortunately, but nevertheless, still very cool to see this one in there. Awesome, awesome game. All the Mega Man games on the Super Nintendo are incredible. We got Lemmings here, which I was also happy to see because I did not have this game. And, you know, I wouldn't go as far to call this a common game, but it's definitely not a rare game either. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit, but this one will be staying in my collection. Donkey Kong Country here, which I never seem to find this game in the wild anywhere. If I find a Donkey Kong Country game for Super Nintendo, it's always DKC 2. I'm not sure why that is. I think all 3 of them were million-seller games, actually. I know 2 and 3 were. Maybe this one wasn't, but still, I don't know why I never find this game, but it's cool to see that one. And then, okay, Super Caesar's Palace. Nothing great there. But the last one here is Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is another game that I never find in the wild. You know, this was a player's choice game. You know, the player's choice had different cover art and stuff, or cartridge art, but still, I think it was a million-seller game, so I don't know why I never find this game anywhere. Maybe people just hold on to it, I don't know. I don't blame them if they do, though. I mean, this is an absolutely incredible game as well. And that was all for the Super Nintendo games. So the next 45 games are all for the NES. And honestly, I didn't even realize how good of a deal this actually was until I got home and looked through the box of NES games. You know, she had sent me a picture and a list of games and stuff, but I just kind of glanced over it quickly. I didn't make much of it. But when I got home and looked at all the games in here, I was pleasantly surprised. So I'll just start showing them here. We got Deja Vu, Gyrus or Gyrus. Of course, you got to have bases loaded. We got Jackal or Jackal, Airwolf with the manual here, Sky Shark, Silent Service, Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Of course, you got to have that one. Pretty sure there's more of these in here as well. Eliminator Boat Duel, which is another one that I did not have actually. I don't know how well, you know, a boat racing game is going to be on NES, but we'll try it out anyway. Keep it for the collection. This one's pretty cool. I think I might already have it, but it's still a pretty uncommon game. The Untouchables. And this was one of the ones I was pretty excited to see. Contra. And it seems like every time I find a copy of Contra, I just continuously keep upgrading the copy that I already have. Like, I got my first copy of it last summer sometime, and I've gotten like 3 copies since then, and every time I pick one up, it's always in better condition than the one I already have. So, I mean, this one's a little bit dirty, but I think it's still in better condition than the one I have, so I'll probably switch it out for mine. Got Jeopardy 25th Anniversary Edition, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 2, The Simpsons, Bart vs. the Space Mutants, which I'm shocked to see that the front label is actually in good condition. Now, I don't know if anyone else notices this as well, but They must have just used like the cheapest material to make these labels on the Simpsons game, because I challenge you guys to find an NES Simpsons game that's in good condition. Like every time I see a Simpsons game for the NES, it always has damage to the front label. So I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if they actually used just like a really cheap sticker or something for the front label. We got Skate or Die, Time Lord, Adventures of Bayou Billy, my 9th copy of Golf, the first Metal Gear, Air Fortress with the manual here, Captain Skyhawk with the manual, Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. Now I know I already have a Bugs Bunny game for the NES. I don't know if it's Crazy Castle or if it's this one, so I'll have to check that out. Here's another Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. And then a lot of these are in these rental cases, which I've got like a ton of these things now, but they're still pretty cool. We got Dragon Warrior, the first one, Paperboy, and this one was really cool to see as well. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which I definitely think is one of the best NES games, at least in my opinion. This one was cool because I did not have this game already, and that's Silkworm. So I was happy to see that one. This one as well, I do have this game, but it's Donkey Kong Classics, and it actually has the manual back there as well. So we got Life Force here. Here's another one I was very happy to see because I don't think I have this game yet, and that's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. The first one anyway, so now I just gotta find myself number 2. Another Super Mario Bros. 2. Dr. Mario. Galaga. Got Rad Racer here. Another Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Infiltrator. TNC Surf Designs. Laser Invasion. Arch Rivals. Stealth ATF with the manual back here. We got, okay, this one's pretty cool. We got Metroid here. And the reason it's so cool is because it's actually a 5-screw Metroid. And I only had the 3-screw version. I believe this is the rarer version. I know there's some 3-screw games that are rarer than their 5-screw counterparts, but I'll have to check on that one, but I'll probably be keeping this one for my collection. Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Tetris. Wheel of Fortune Family Edition. And then the last game, which was the one I was definitely most excited to see, just because I didn't have it yet. I've only heard great things about this game, River City Ransom. And you know, it's not like an overly expensive game or anything, but it was just at that price level where I was never willing to pay retail for it. So I'm very happy to see this one. Never played it before, so I'm definitely going to have to try this one out. And then we just got there are some other random manuals and stuff down here. We got Rad Racer, just some posters and stuff, and then actually we got the manual for Bubble Bobble, which was, I mean, the Bubble Bobble didn't come in this deal, so I don't know where the game went, but it was still cool to get the manual anyway. It's in pretty good shape too, so just got to find the box and I'll have this one complete. But anyway, I believe that was all we got for the Craigslist deal there. Like I said, $125. And I thought that was an excellent deal. You know, it was a two-hour drive and everything, and the drive got kind of long towards the end or whatever, but it was definitely worth it, and I'm very happy to get a couple of these games. So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for sticking around and checking out the video. I want to thank Mr. Dude 206 for the Nickelback CD. Everyone go check out his channel. Like I said, links in the description. And until next time, guys, take care. Check it out. Dick's Pump and Munch. Oh my God.